Hey there folks, I am glad you're here. Today we are talking about the weatherproof chest rig from FHF Gear. This is an extremely versatile product. It has a lot of features and it is extremely modular. That's one of the reasons why I like it, is that versatility. You can really set it up for whatever you want. I specifically have used this thing mostly for things that it's not meant for. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. First, we're gonna talk about some features and talk about all of the different things that are going on with this rig. Starting out, mentioning one of the big things in the title, and that is that this thing is weatherproof. It is water resistant, not waterproof, but I will say that it does a pretty dang good job out on the lake. That water resistance is going to be important because a lot of people are going to use this in wet, rainy, snowy conditions or while in a lake or river. The previous versions of this pack were not water resistant like that, so I think that's a really important thing to point out. Moving on from there, I just want to talk about all the features that cover it. Obviously, we have this big MOLLE panel up here at the front. At the bottom, we have another little MOLLE panel, and obviously FHF Gear, they have tons and tons of accessories, literally an endless number of accessories that you can attach to all of the different attachment points on this thing. So lots of places to attach things. We've got loops at the bottom, corners on both sides here. We've got more loops at the bottom here. Moving on from there to the very back, we have our back panel that is mesh, very nice and breathable. It does have a little pocket here, and then we've got two little almost pen pockets. I'm sure you could shove forceps or whatever you want down in there. We have extra attachment points here, here, and here. These are the original attachment points for the sling, but I got an upgrade right off the bat from them, and that is these foundation wings that when they go on your side, what they do is they widen the surface area and they stop this thing from twisting. They also make it a little bit firmer so it's not bouncing. We have a 4-point harness that is padded on the top bits. It is clippable from the top as well as the bottom pieces. Then obviously we have our zipper, which is going to be part of that water resistance, not waterproof, because while it's a very nicely sealed zipper, obviously where the zippers come together, there's going to be a hole there. So water will definitely get into this thing if this thing is submerged for a significant amount of time. If you happen to just drop this in the water, or you fell into the water for a moment, pick it up, pick yourself up out of the water, I think it's gonna be okay. Moving on to the inside, we have just a couple of pockets. My favorite pockets are these ones towards the back here, behind this loop Velcro panel. And the reason why I like them is because they are just the right size for AR-15 magazines. I'm sure that was calculated to some degree, but that's all that's going on the inside with the back panel. At the front panel, we have more loop Velcro, we have one big open pouch, and we have a zipper pocket. Now, this may seem fairly bare bones, especially if you compare this to the 511 chest pack that I did a review on. There will be a link up in the corner here to that video, but it seems a little bit skim. But I will say that because of the ridiculous amount of accessories they have on their website, you could do whatever you want with the inside of this thing. One example, they do have a tactical kit that allows you to put a bunch of magazines in here and a bunch of other things that you want to fit. They have medical pouches as well that you could attach. So the inside of this is whatever you make it out to be. With that all said and done, I want to get into some of my specific use cases for this pack. As I mentioned, I'm not really using it for what it was meant to be used for. But before we get into that, I want to talk to you about some of my affiliates. The first one is a really cool solution if you are looking to carry a gun, but you like to wear comfier pants. This product is called Leisure Carry. This is actually the first version that I was sent of it. The new version is longer and stiffer, but it more or less looks the same. The reason why I'm not showing you the new version is because I am wearing it. So again, I'm wearing a pair of my favorite comfy basketball style sports shorts, but I'm still able to carry in my McKinney holster and We're not having any crazy amounts of bounce or anything like that. No sagging in the gun. The gun is being held up just fine by the Leisure Carry clip-on belt. If you're interested in checking out this product, I have an in-depth review that you can go check out at this card. There's also a link down in the description to take you over to the Leisure Carry website where you can look at the clip-on belt. And if you want a 10% discount when you buy it, use Sever Shoots as your discount code. Next, I want to talk to you about my go-to ear pro, but it's also just my go-to earbud for everything, and that is the Axle X-Core. This card will take you over to my review of the X-Core, and I think that was after I had used it for only like 3 weeks or a month or something like that. I've been using it for 4 months now as of filming this video, and they've replaced every ear device that I own. Obviously, using these things out at the range, you will see them in use in the B-roll for this video, but I'm also using them at work, in the gym, on runs, wherever I am trying to use any kind of listening device. It's gonna be the Axle X-Core earbuds. If you're interested in checking out the earbuds, they are currently still on super sale, and you can go and hit the link down in the description. It'll take you over to the Axle website. If they happen to not be on that sale anymore, you can use Sever Shoots as your discount code at checkout, and it'll save you 15%. All right, we are going to throw the rig on, and I'm gonna talk about my use cases for it. So here's what this guy looks like on body. In my opinion, it is very comfortable. They've done a very good job at making it unabrasive, and just if you set it up correctly, you're barely gonna notice that it's there. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted this specific pack was because it's got a good inner volume, and what I wanted it to be able to do is carry all of my drone equipment at the same time. The 511 pack was good. It could carry my batteries and it could carry my controller, but it could not also carry my drone. So, just for demonstration purposes, here is the controller for my drone. Here are the 3 batteries for my drone. Those go in that front pocket very nicely. And here is the drone itself. This is the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and it fits over on the side here just fine. Zipper up, and it's gone. So the nice thing about this is that if I'm trying to get running footage for the other channel I do with my brother, Sons of Sever, we do a lot of barefoot shoe reviews. There's a link down in the description. You can go check that channel out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But not only do I need my drone available to be up in the air, but once it runs out of battery or once we're done filming with it, instead of having it up in the air or having to carry it in my hands, I wanted to be able to fit it in the pack and continue on my way, whatever it is that I was doing. The other thing specific about this is obviously I want to keep my drone equipment dry. We take the drones out on the water paddleboarding a lot, and so I want the controller and the batteries with me while the drone is in the air, and then when we're done with the drone, while I'm out on the water, I want to be able to bring it in and put it away somewhere where it's going to be relatively safe. I haven't fallen on a paddleboard yet, knock on wood, and I'm hoping I never will, but if I do, I'm fairly confident that this is going to keep my stuff dry until I can get back up on the board. So this is great for carrying my drone. Love it for that. Now let's move into another use case scenario that will be specific to this audience and another aspect of it that I was definitely looking for. Something I really wanted this for was anytime I go into the Utah mountains, no matter what I'm wearing or carrying with me, I want to have a firearm because a lot of people have been getting chased by cougars lately. One day, I'd love to upgrade to a 10 mil for hiking specifically, but for now, I'm happy to just have my handgun. Now, this setup is from G-Code, if you're familiar with them at all. The holster itself is from McKinney Holsters, and Dan over there at McKinney does provide a G-Code hanger that he can put on the back of the drop zone holster. And then if you buy this panel from G-Code, it comes easy to integrate. It's already all put together for you. You just put it in, clip it, and it's not going anywhere. Now, the way that I like to put my concealed carry setup in this bag is I will put the gun in the holster, all attached and everything, and I will get it so that it's at the right angle so that when I go to draw, it's not awkward and jerky coming out of the pack. So I'll just show you here how my X Macro hangs we'll go ahead and zip her up, and we'll do a little bit of dry fire. Now, one thing about this is, unlike the 511, this does not have quick pull tabs. There's no tab you can hang out, or like Vertex offerings either, some big thing to hold on to. So this does take a little bit of dexterity. No matter what you do, pretty much for the most part, when you're carrying off body, you're gonna sacrifice speed on your draw. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to grab both tabs at the same time and rip them down in order to get to the gun and try to do it as quickly as I can. Not too awful, right? Let's do another one just to try to show if we've got some consistency with this thing at all. That one felt definitely better than the first one. If you train, you're gonna figure this out. Now, this thing is gonna be a little bit limited to what size of firearm you are running. I think the X Macro is the perfect size for this. My XL also fits well in this setup, and actually my P320 fits just fine. Full 17 round, full size looking P320 can fit in here. If you're wanting to go to bigger, longer extended guns like a Glock 34 or something, this might not be the best option for that. The final thing I will say about this rig is I really like it. I like it for running, I like it for hiking, I like it for concealed carrying, I like it for carrying around my drone stuff, and again, it's so modular. They have kits that are pre-put together that you can buy on the FHF Gear website. So they have one that's a fishing kit, they have one that's a turkey hunting kit. You can set this thing up to have shotgun shells all up and down it, and you can also get a harness that allows you to wear it as a side bag. The sky's kind of the limit with this thing, and that's one of the reasons why I really like it. It'll be whatever you set it up to be. Guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you in your research of the FHF Gear chest rig, or if you're looking into chest packs in general, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate if you'd like and subscribe. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your view. And as always, I will catch you later.